Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Wildboy789789, and it's been a while since I've done a video, but today we have an awesome battle between the blue dwarves over here, my Bretonnian army, and we have some red dwarves and greenskins fighting us. So real quick, I'm going to go over the army comps, and we'll get this battle underway. These greenskins are just ready to charge forward, and just a huge battle gets underway here. So we got a bunch of orc boys, orc arrow boys, giant, a lot of big uns. This was a big battle. Another giant, a goblin big boss, melee specialist. For his leader, he's got the generic war boss and a whole bunch of these boar boy biggins. And the opposing dwarf army, he also has these doom divers. The opposing dwarf army has long beards, very tough, dwarf warriors, iron breakers, pretty much everything. Flame cannons. I know he has regular cannons. Yep, down here. Thunderers, quarrelers, slayers, the High King. Basically bringing a little bit of everything from the dwarf army. Oh, I got arrows already coming in. I vanguarded my archer peasant bowman on Cav over here. In hindsight, I should start putting them off to the side. They get shot up like really quick, but we'll see what happens. I got Pegasus Knights here where they can't be shot, nice and safe away from the cannons. These cheap peasant cavalry, I'll be moving up the melee cavalry. The Grail Knights, I'll be keeping back here nice and safe till, near the end almost, when I really need them. 2 units of peasant archers. 4 units of men-at-arms polearms. I pretty much brought everything in the Bretonnian roster, too. Spearmen-at-arms with shields. I got the king on the Beaquist mount, the really good mount. And I also brought a paladin. I'll find him. He's here somewhere. Yep, because I saw him later in the battle. He's just on foot, but he is very, very helpful. Okay, and my dwarf allies, not as balanced, but a lot of thunders. He brought hammerers, iron breakers, long beards, a lot tougher. Probably something I would pick. Gyrocopters. He's got organ guns and cannons. Engineer. And a runesmith. And where's his lord? Right here. Slayer King. So without any further interruptions, let's get this thing started. We should have some good artillery shots coming in. But like I said, these guys are going to get tore up really quickly. I might even turn off the overhead, because I kind of know how this battle goes. I should be able to follow all the action and keep it looking as good as possible. You can see the orcs are moving in with fury. I really like the trebuchet Bretonnian because the rocks don't bounce, they just explode, unlike a cannonball. So if you're actually fighting people head to head, if they hit the enemy, they will not bounce in your guys or anything. They just poof, and that's it. The cannonballs are good in certain situations. If you're shooting down a thick line, it will bounce and will hit multiple. Trebuchets are so nice. I tend to do a lot better with them when I bring a well-versed army roster. As you can see, this wave of orcs is going to be causing us a lot of trouble. don't even need my artillery that works. I can just work my artillery. He starts tearing up this giant as much as he can. It's actually kind of cool. His cannonball just like bounce off his chin and his gut. Some little balls, little bullets, organ gunshots, everything. Boom. Alright, Cav charging in. We're getting tore up by Doom Divers. They're going to be the first to enter this battle. Good charge defense. Orcs don't have the best charge. They start to surround the flanks. He did a good job of, you know, what's the word? Layering his line so that he couldn't flank around. He keeps pushing orcs and orcs and orcs, and he will eventually flank around. But, right now his orcs are holding. The breath attack. Oh, hit him. Killed him. Let's take on the dwarves. In hand-to-hand combat, I really gotta get to the dwarf infantry. Even though these are big ones, they have a lot of extra attack. These guys are shielded and armored. Here come the hammers. More probably melee attack with these big ones. More armor. I'm starting to run up some peasants because that's the kind of ally I am. And I'm gonna fill the gaps in this line here. Me and my king is in. Don't be scared to get the king in, especially on his flying mount. He heals over time. If anything, you want him in first. Let him take some damage. Get him out of there before he dies. And you're good, so he'll heal up on that. He is just a long he just starts sweeping lines of guys, like, really sweet. Look at that. Just mows him down. He does even bigger charges than that. My peasants with shields are getting shot by artillery. I'm not too worried at all. Shields don't help, but they're cheaper. Pegasus Knights flying around, Grail Knights might be going in. No, they're repositioning. Peasant, Cav, almost charged in. They will eventually go around and get the artillery out. I have a thin line here protecting my artillery from the dwarves pushing up. The orcs are looking good, but we won this flank here. My really good peasants. They seem to be winning on this flank. These dwarfs just hold and hold and hold. It's like get demolished by orcs. A lot of orcs. My bowman, no! Oh, what a sad sight. Somehow these bowmen do live till the end of the battle, though. So props to them. I don't know how they escape this situation. Draw your swords, lads. Draw your swords. They have these cool little medieval, just regular knight swords. Oh, who am I missing? The dwarven front. They're charging into their slayers. Not letting them take us out, and then I keep charging and pushing the ranged units. Pegasus Knights, you almost always want to keep them charging in something. Not necessarily moving. You want to keep things in combat for a little bit, otherwise it just doesn't bode well. They got to get their hits off. But you do want to be charging, get out of combat, charging your life. Especially with the Pegasus Knights. Like normal cavalry, it's, cycle charging. Of course you want to do it. But with the Pegasus cavalry, it's so important. say that as I'm I wouldn't see I eventually can force all of us to do it. It's looking terrible. Paladin. Such a help. The units are gone, but he's fine. Covered in blood. Covered in dwarves. We pretty much beat the orcs over there. Here's where the majority of the actions will take place now. Oh, Grail Knight charge. Now here I actually leave these Grail Knights in. I should do that, but it actually helps in this situation because I got my king coming in. So these guys are just holding these guys in little balls. I'm so glad that flame came in with my peasants and not my knights. Yep. I guess this knight's are doing okay with the help of the peasantry cav. My infantry just held the line barely long enough. The dwarves and by themselves against the anti-dwarves just long enough for me to get all my cav just encircle them. Even though I'm not constantly charging right now, I have them. The way they're surrounded, just feels like I'm not worried about these cav. These guys have shields even. As long as my team can get out now, obviously, I got it on his side. And this has got to be one of the times I got the most very, unique bretonnian army comps. I brought a little bit of everything. The only thing I didn't bring was a damsel. Knights of the Realm, between the Pegasus Knights and pretty much utilizing all the raccoon. I like to have almost all 10 hotkeys set before a battle. If I can have 10 different units doing different things, usually bodes pretty well no matter what's in there. I'm not a big fan of the Lore of Heaven magic, but I do like magic, so I can't wait for the Beastmen DLC to come out, and if it's a bit expensive. I'm still going to buy it because the maps are awesome, and I'm going to get Lore of Beast magic with Bretonnian. That's going to be just super, super sick.
I'm king here.
So, we're just chasing down the king, and that'll be that. I guess I'm not chasing him down, but he's out of there. The dwarves came and helped me. This battle's over. I don't even know what I'm shooting at anymore. They're gone. Alright, thank you guys, and I will see you in the next one.